We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we get 9 games in the NBA. We get a massive 1 game in the NHL. So I'm going to be practically useless for this show other than my 1 game because I did not cap the NBA and I don't plan on it until maybe the playoffs because NBA is trash. But nevertheless, yeah, I know I just want to get Tim's reaction there. But before we get into today's slate, before we get into today's games, we're going to take a look back at yesterday. One right, one right, wrong. I didn't bet any college basketball. I think we did have one play up on the site, though. Right? We had Houston.
College basketball? Houston, yes.
Yeah. We had Houston, which went 1-0. Hockey. I cashed on the Buffalo Sabres plus 261. That was very nice. I cashed on the Jets in overtime at plus 125. Lost with the Hurricanes. Lost with the Flames. Had 2 puck lines yesterday, Tim. They were both up multiple goals heading late into the third period. The Islanders give up an empty net goal with about a minute and change left. And they end up scoring an empty net goal that was waved off because it was apparently after the buzzer, which I don't think it was. So what was a 5-3 game ended 4-3. So the Islanders didn't cover a puck line. And the Lightning, they were up 2-0. And with about 3 minutes left, Vancouver scores. Make it 2-1. Whatever. They're decent at empty nets. Nope. No empty net in that game. 2-1 final. Lost both those puck lines. So what could have been a 2-4 day, up a good chunk of money, turned into, or a 4-2 day, turned into 2-4, down 0.15 units. If that's not the representation of March right now, I don't know what is. So, what about you?
No, yesterday was actually profitable for me. I went 3-0 in my basketball plays. 1-0 in the college basketball with Houston. We went lighter. We went that one play, and it worked out. And then I hit on the Orlando Magic, who almost won straight up versus the 76ers. And then I also cashed in on Detroit, who barely covered at the end. So I was happy about that. So 3-0 for that. I know you went 2-3, but we actually had a profitable day over on the site. So that's kind of nice to see. We haven't had one of those in a little bit. So hopefully we can make it 2 in a row today. It's 4 NBA and 1 NHL up on the site, or it's going to be 1 NHL up on the site. You get plans and NIT starting tomorrow, so lots of content there. Brackets are out. Really excited about it. I already have a bunch of my upsets. I have my bracket already filled out. I know I didn't do a video or anything on mine. It's a lot different than Nick's, and it's more of a personal bracket. I use the statistics a little bit, but it was more based on feel and what I thought was going to happen. So I'm excited for that bracket to come out, or for that bracket. Obviously, I'm not going to be betting it the entire way. Me and Nick already have some leans and stuff for the first rounds. We'll end up having a show. When does it start? Thursday.
Thursday. So we'll have one on Wednesday night.
Wednesday night for the round of 16.
With the Thursday games, so we'll have one on Thursday for the Friday games. We'll have Friday night for the Saturday games. We'll be doing night shows for March Madness here.
Yes, we will. We do night shows, and I still have to run totals, but we'll probably have all of our plays up on the site by tomorrow, by today, so that you guys can, if anybody's interested in grabbing them now before line movements and stuff. There you go. But let's go say hi to the chat, because I know we have a massive hockey slate for you today. Man, fucking Wild, Canucks, Ducks, Boston Celtics let me down. That's a lot of letdowns for you. Wild. I know Nick was leaning.
I was leaning Blue Jackets. Of course, I left it off my card because I leave off winners these days. I also left off the Kings.
Yeah, Canucks, Ducks, and Boston Celtics. Yo, Celtics. One thing I will mention. I said yesterday that I felt like every single underdog could cover. Well, 6 out of the 8 of the underdogs covered yesterday. Only ones being the Houston Rockets and the Lakers that did not. Shocker, the Lakers didn't cover. Didn't bet either of them. The two that I bet cashed. I really wish I added my Pacers thought with a letdown spot for not a letdown spot, but
Look at him.
look no, they're against the Hawks and it was like a 12-point spread. So the look ahead spot would have been Pacers the day before when they were against the Spurs, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, and this one. Good morning, fellas. Good looks on the Sabres. Hell freaking yeah. Go Sabres. Sabres for the cup. Let's get it.
Well, basically that is the experiment of fading the Leafs as minus 200 favorites. I've done it twice now. I'm 2-0 at 4.75 units.
I don't care what you have to call it. The Sabres won.
Or no,
That's all that matters to me.
5.36 units, my bad. 5.36 units. I cashed a plus 275 and a plus 261 with that.
Yeah, hey, whatever you want to call it, I have no problem with you calling it. ESP show. Let me throw the link up because I have to do it through my computer because for whatever reason my phone doesn't want to work with Instagram, Facebook. A couple of apps are just not working right now. ESPN, that's fantastic. Knicks and the Nets under, yeah. I almost bet the Knicks too, but just didn't pull the trigger on them. Would have been a good bet. There you go. Sabres Sabres smoked him. Yeah, they did. And I don't know, were you watching the game, Nick? That third period, Matthews like cross check.
Oh yeah, he's that.
That's a suspension, right?
He may get a suspension for that. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, sorry.
He's not a leader.
Isn't he like the leader in goals this year? So he'll just get a little on the wrist, yeah.
Yeah, he'll get
but
I
just figured I would ask you.
If that was Brad Marchand, he'd be suspended for 12 games.
Yeah, that's fine. But we do have a decent size NBA slate to go over for today.
Joy to the world.
Want to go ahead? Hey, it's only 9 games, and I'll end up powering through them in like 30 minutes. So let's just roll with it.
All right. For the record, I handicap none of these, so I have nothing for these games. Cleveland Cavaliers, they're hosting the LA Clippers. The Cavaliers are 5.5-point home favorites. Total of 211.5. What are you looking at for this game?
All right. I really wanted to go Clippers today. They've covered in 3 straight games. Well, actually, it's going to say that the Detroit Pistons didn't cover yesterday because the closing line, according to covers, was 3.5, and they won. And the Pistons lost by 4. So technically, it has the Clippers covering in that game. So technically, it has the Clippers covering in 3 straight. They've been playing pretty good basketball. 7 out of their last 10 they've covered. Going up against Cleveland, who is 3-7 in their last 10. Sure, they covered 3 in a row on the 4th, 6th, and 8th of March, and then back to their losing ways. And now they're favorited. I feel like this is a good Clippers spot. The only thing that's taking me off of them is the fact that the Clippers played yesterday, and they played in Detroit. So I guess it wasn't that far of a trip. But Clippers did play yesterday. They did win yesterday. But I feel like this is a good spot for them, even on a back-to-back, to win against Cleveland. So it would be a lean towards the Clippers against a struggling Cavs team, but not enough for me to want to go and pull the trigger and bet on this game.
Yeah, that's fair. Moving on here. Coyotes plus 120.
Yep.
Yeah, they were plus 140 last night, and I never got around to betting it, thinking that line was only going to climb because all it did was climb. It started out like plus 125, plus 130-ish, and that only climbed up to plus 140. I thought, okay, maybe I can get plus 145, plus 150 in the morning. Wrong. Nope. So I got plus 129.
There you go. I feel like this one's going to be the biggest game of the day, Nick.
Yeah, the Denver Nuggets, they travel to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. The Sixers are 2.5 point favorites in this game, total of 220. We get MVP versus Nikola Jokic here, Tim. What do you think? MVP Nikola Jokic versus who? No, kidding. No, yeah, I really like this spot. I'm on the over.
And when it comes out, because I don't have the lines out on my book just yet for triple-double stuff, Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid triple-double. Both of them are going to show out today. Both of them are going to have big games against each other where they both want to try to prove that they're the MVP of the league. And at the end of the day, I feel like Nikola Jokic will get a triple-double. Joel Embiid might get one, but I think he's going to fall a little bit short, and Denver's going to end up winning this game. I am not high on this Sixers team still. They're what, 16 games above 500. Nuggets are 12. They're doing really well as well. So this would be a good spot for an over. I feel like this one will easily get into the 110s each. Back and forth, high scoring game. And you know the Sixers are going to come to play after almost losing to the Orlando Magic last night. Nuggets are going to come out to play after a ugly, embarrassing fourth quarter collapse against that Toronto Raptors team. This is a over spot and a lean towards the Denver Nuggets as well. Could tease them both and go Nuggets plus 6.5, 7, and then the over 215. Could be another fun spot if you want to tease it. I feel like that one would be pretty good. But I like the Nuggets and I like the over the most in this one. Also lean towards the Nuggets.
Do you think it's going to be one of those games that goes into like the 230s, 240s?
Yeah, 100%. I could definitely see this one going. Remember the Sixers versus the Nets game from a couple days ago? Which one? Where did it go?
Because
129 to 100.
Yeah,
that one that could happen.
A couple interesting lines that you can look at here is their alternative on Bovada, but you can get like over 228 at plus 175.
No, I'm not messing with any of that crap. I'm just going to stick to what I'm doing. I like the over 225, 220 and a half in this game. And I still feel like the Nuggets would win this one, but we'll see. Like that look, both props. Yes, I could definitely see, or at least go like point and rebounds over for both of them. Because assists. Oh, no. I definitely think both of them will get triple doubles. Because they're going to go after each other. You know they're going to go after each other. MVP versus Joel Embiid, and just on ESPN in the at 7:30 in the spotlight. You know they're both going to go at each other. So there you go. I wanted Nuggets plus 6 to be my biggest bet of the year. It's down to 2.5. Yeah, that's why I still like Denver. Honestly, even at that price, people are going to see, oh, wow, that line moved a lot. I'm going to go grab Philly now at minus 2.5. No. This is a Denver spot. 100%. Sixers win tonight. Overtime. So you're saying on a second leg of a back-to-back against, you think that Philly's going to have enough to pull out a win after barely beating Orlando? Yeah, okay, good luck.
I got an interesting thought on this game then.
Okay.
You can do this. You can take Denver Nuggets money line and over 220 and a half at plus 310.
I could be tempted into that one. I'm not going to bet it, but I'm tempted into that one.
Yeah, just wanted to throw that line out there. Try to be somewhat productive here.
No, you're good. You're good. From that game to this game, Nick.
Yeah, the Atlanta Hawks are 14-point home favorites. They take on the Portland Trailblazers, so it makes sense that they're that big of favorites, seeing that the Trailblazers probably can't stay within 20 of anybody right now. Total of 230 in this game. Where are you looking?
I almost did it, Nick. I almost pressed the 1-800, but I feel like there's one. No.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's your 1-800 gambler game of the day. And surprisingly, guess who won the other night? Portland did. They won as 7-point favorites by 9 points against Washington.
7-point underdogs.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of a surprising. Other than that, they haven't covered a spread since pre-also break.
Yeah, previous to that, look at these scores, Tim. 123 to 85, 124 to 81, 135 to 121, 120 to 90. Like, this team was getting blown out by 30-plus points a night.
Yeah, ready for this one? How about a little bit of Portland team total under? But no, I'm not. This is another game. I have 4 plays today. This is not one of the games I'm interested in. Portland is a mess, even though they're technically still in this freaking playing race. 14 games under, and they're only a game behind New Orleans.
This is the mediocrity.
Yeah. And the thing is, I still think they can make it. I think the Lakers collapse enough for the Portland Trailblazers to make it into the play-in.
That's an embarrassing thing. I'm sorry. If I'm in the NBA and a team that's 14 games under 500 right now could make it into a playoff game, it's a playoff game.
Play-in. No,
whatever.
It's a play-in game. It's a play-in
whatever game. You want to call it. They can have a shot at making the playoffs at 14 games under 500. That's embarrassing to the NBA.
Yeah, but they're not going to. They'll get crushed by whoever in the first round. But nothing.
What if hypothetically speaking, they do make it in? Now all of a sudden you get a team that's 12 games under 500 that's just going to get blown out by 30 points a game in the first round of the playoffs. Like,
you know what that's going to cause?
Why do you want that?
You know what that does? If they somehow make it in as the 8th seed, that's a bye for Phoenix.
That's what I'm saying. They win those games by 20 plus night.
They'll use it as a bye for Phoenix. That's an okay scenario. Because that's honestly, I still think that the Timberwolves and the Clippers are going to be the ones that win that 7 and 8. I don't think that the Lakers or the Trailblazers or the Portland or even San Antonio, who's only 2 games back of that play-in spot, have anything in this Western Conference to even try to go up against. This will be a good playoffs. I'm excited for it. Right now, if the season ended, we would get a 7-game series of Golden State and Denver Nuggets. That would be fun to watch. We would also get if all the seeds stay the same and the plans work out where the favorites win, Phoenix and Clippers, Memphis and Minnesota, Golden State and Denver, Utah and Dallas. That would be fun. Even the Eastern Conference, Miami and Brooklyn, Philly and Toronto, Milwaukee and Cleveland, Chicago and Boston. Those are all fun series right now, so I would be all right with those. But anyways, back to the normal thing I had. No, nothing for this Portland game.
You sure you don't want to lay 14 with the Hawks?
No. Nuggets own the East on the road. The Nuggets are a good team. They're a really, really good team. Hawks by 20. Yeah, probably. Was sweating the Hawks money line yesterday. What were you betting Hawks money line? They were minus 12. Yes, the Suns would be able the rest of their starters that week. That series.
Yeah, Devin Booker averages 7 minutes in that series a game.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to average 10 minutes a game. Yeah, that would be exactly what you would want to see. But we'll go to this game, and this is another game I have a bet on.
Yeah, wow. Reed. Charlotte Hornets are at the Oklahoma City Thunder here in this one here. The Hornets are 10-point road favorites. We have a total of 232 in this game.
I know they haven't been covering spreads as of late. Well, actually, no, they haven't. They've covered 4 out of their last 9. But I'm on Oklahoma City. Why is the Hornets a 10-point road favorite? That one makes no sense to me. If anybody wants to wonder why, the Oklahoma City Thunder are the second best team against the spread. Scenarios like this. 10-point favorites against a mediocre team. They're going to cover the spread. They may even win this game straight up. The Hornets are not a good team. They're 4-6 their last 10, 4-4-2 against the spread. They're slightly. I mean, they are profitable against the spread this year. They're 36-30, slightly profitable with that. But they're not a good team. They're not a good team. They're right now in a play-in spot, so I guess they got something to play for. But this is not a team you're gonna want to go and back. No look-ahead spot for them for tomorrow, but I feel like this is a spot where Oklahoma City is going to cover their spread. They're going to cover that 10. And I don't want to say they win straight up, but this looks like a game they could win straight up. We've seen the Hornets struggle when they're 10-plus point favorites. Most recently, they lost in overtime to. I'm going to go through the season and see exactly whenever they're, say, 8-point favorites or better, how do they do? They don't cover versus Detroit. Here's a 7 that they don't cover, and they lose straight up against Cleveland. How about a 9.5-point spread? They won, but didn't cover versus the Lakers. They did cover versus Oklahoma City last time they played them. That's fine. Whatever. 11.5 versus Orlando. Didn't cover. They did cover versus Pistons, but they're not covering these big spreads. They're not. This is Oklahoma City's spot for me. Taking the Thunder plus 10.
Sounds good. I won't talk you off of points.
In parlay, got you. I was annoyed that I didn't add the Pacers to my card. But what up, guys? Hit the like. Appreciate it. Like Portland today with the points. I don't mind. The problem is, it's either Portland's going to win that game straight up or they're going to get blown out by 30. And I would rather just grab a money line than anything if I'm going to bet them at all today. Hornets cover easy. No. Thunder off a back-to-back. I don't really care that Thunder are off a back-to-back. I really don't. It's a 10-point spread. A 10. No, this is a spot where the Thunder and it was a home-to-home back-to-back for the Thunder. So no, I'm not concerned about it at all. Give me the Thunder. Let's keep rolling.
Yep. And the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're at the San Antonio Spurs. T-Wolves are 4-point road favorites, total of 240 in this game. That's a pretty high total there.
Oh, yeah, it's because Minnesota's been going over these totals. And San Antonio doesn't like defense. Except for, with totals this high now, Minnesota has gone under in 4 straight games. San Antonio is awesome going under. This could be a good under spot. I didn't realize that. San Antonio has actually been playing better defense as of late. But this is once again a game that I did not get to. We are seeing the not Grizzlies, Timberwolves. Wow. They've been hot. They've been really, really hot lately. 8-2 of their last 10, covering in 8 out of their last 10. Terry, your T-Wolves look really good right now. They're still in that 7 spot. They're waiting for a team to slip up. They're only a game and a half behind the Nuggets for that 6 spot. Just saying. I feel like this is a good spot for the T-Wolves to go in, get a win, and move on. But I don't know if they cover the 4. So I passed on this one between Minnesota and San Antonio. Lean Minnesota. That Timberwolves team has been hot, though.
Fair enough. Then we'll move on to the next matchup here. We have the Chicago Bulls. They're 4-point road favorites against the Sacramento Kings. Total 35.5 in this game. Where are you looking?
Yeah. I don't know what Bulls we're gonna get. They're hit or miss depending on the night. There's some nights where they're winning and covering versus Cleveland and beating Detroit, which they should, and then they get beat by Philadelphia. They get beat by Milwaukee, Atlanta, Miami, Memphis. They go on a little bit of a losing streak, and then they go and beat up on these bad teams. Should Chicago win this game? Yes. They're a 4-point favorite on the road. Do I like that? No, I do not. It'd be a lean towards the Kings in this matchup, believe it or not. I'm just not a fan necessarily of this Kings team enough in order for me to put my money on them. Was a pass, lean towards the Kings.
All right. Is Caruso back?
It's a good question. I should have the answer to that one. I don't know.
Is the GOAT playing?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that one out. Pulling up my injury reports.
Where we can say forget Embiid and forget Jokic, that Alex Caruso is your MVP.
He was back last game against Cleveland. He played 29 minutes. So yeah, Alex Caruso, the GOAT, is back in. There you go.
That was good. Now
Caruso was back last game.
Yeah, probably the marquee matchup of the later games.
Yes.
The Milwaukee Bucks are at the Utah Jazz. The Bucks are 1.5 point road favorites. We have a total of 235.5. Your thoughts on this matchup?
I like the Bucks. The Bucks have covered in 4 out of their last 5 out of their last 7. They looked really good. Utah lost to San Antonio the other night. They lost to Dallas. They lost to New Orleans. Overtime versus Houston all this month. This Utah team, I said they had a more of a cupcake schedule going along, and they go like they lose to the Spurs. They cover a 20-point spread versus Portland. They go and lose to Dallas. They don't cover against OKC. They get crushed against New Orleans. This is not a team that I'm necessarily trusting right now, and I hope they lose. I want Denver to pass them, but that's not the point. I feel like this is a good spot for Milwaukee. Milwaukee is still in this push for that number 1 seed. I believe they're close to it. They're 3.5 games back of Miami. They know they got to push to get up there. They still have to pass Philadelphia, which if Denver wins tonight, they'll be tied with Philadelphia, which will be a good thing for them. So this is a spot where I feel like this could be a Bucks win this game by 10 points area. I just grabbed him on the money line. I got him at -115 on the money line. No need to lay the 1.5 if I can get -115 on money line. So I like the Milwaukee Bucks in this game. I feel like it's a good spot taking them against the Utah Jazz.
There you go. Defending champs, proving why they're defending champs. Hopefully this game.
Jazz own Bucks for some reason. Gobert questionable. Rudy Gobert is questionable tonight. So even if he's in, he's a little bit beat up, and I think that's going to slow him down to try to stop Giannis. Over 235, I could see this one being a high-scoring game. I can see this one. I can see this one going one of two ways. This game will end 100-95, or this one will end 133-127 or something like that. It'd be a very high-scoring game. Bucks win it regardless. I like it. What's up, guys? I took the over in the Bucks game. Why not? They're going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be a high-scoring game. Rudy 11-3 versus Giannis. That's fine. I don't really care about that kind of stats. I feel like this game right now, this Milwaukee team is playing a lot better than Utah. I want Milwaukee all the way in this one. So there you go. We got 2 more games.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at the Washington Wizards. They're traveling to Golden State to take on the Warriors here. The Warriors 12.5 point home favorites, a total of 225.5.
Pass. You got this Washington team who's in the middle of a out west stretch where they've lost to the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Blazers. And the Blazers was by 9 points. No, I do not trust this Washington team right now. They're just not playing good. This West Coast chip has really hurt them. This Warriors team hasn't been playing all that well either. 4-6 in their last 10, 5-5 against the spread, which is beautiful to see. I don't like this Warriors team either. But I really feel like this is a spot where this game goes one of two ways. Wizards somehow manage to keep it close, or this game's over by halftime. And I think the latter is more optional, that the Warriors are up 20, 25 points at halftime, and it doesn't matter in the second half. It would be a lean towards the Warriors at -12.5, but I'm not going and betting that type of line. I'll have something in this last game, but as for this one, I'm not interested in anything.
Fair enough. Then we'll continue moving on.
Rudy Gobert is the game time decision. Stay tuned. 5 o'clock on the Max Wagers Network. Game time decision with me, Nick, and Detroit. Lenny will go over all the injury reports for the NBA, and Nick's got his one NHL game. So good to go there. And I think he's playing. I'll lock him before tip-off. Yep. Clay got hot last game. Yes, he did. Blazers over, Thunder over, Bucks money line, Sixers money line. What do you think? Blazers over. That one's a big question mark because I don't know if the Blazers score enough. Thunder over, same deal. I don't know if I could see that one going over. Bucks money line, yes. Sixers money line, no. Going against the Lakers. Hey, hold on. You didn't. I didn't even get to introduce the game. Jeez.
Yeah, we had the Toronto Raptors versus. No, they lost that because they didn't perform yesterday. There we go.
There you go.
With the Toronto Raptors, they're 4.5-point road favorites against the LA Fakers. Total 225 in this game. Where are you looking for this final game of the night?
Hold on. Got my card. Okay, I'm in. I'm ready to fade the Lakers again. It's my full-time job now. Toronto, -4. This Lakers team is, God. You know what? I gave them the benefit of the doubt yesterday. I said the Lakers were going to have a chance to cover against the Suns. I almost bet it too. And they go and lose by 29 points. Yeah, God, this Lakers team, jeez.
2010 Spurs.
Okay. Can we just look at their last 10 games real quick? Yeah, they get dominated by the Suns. The Lakers, they did win against Washington. That's fair. Overtime loss versus Houston. San Antonio beat them. They did beat the Warriors, but I will say I would have been on the Lakers that night anyway. I was on the Clippers when the Clippers destroyed them. I was on Dallas that night. New Orleans butt whooped them. Clippers beat them again, and they managed to find a way to beat the Jazz, which I was on the Jazz that game, but that was before the All-Star break. This Lakers team is bad. They're quite bad. And I think they collapse enough where they don't even make a plan. I think Portland is a better team.
No, the NBA will find a way to get the bum into the playoffs.
Oh yeah, they will. But this is a spot where the Toronto Raptors win this game by 10 plus. It's and you're getting the Lakers on a second leg of a back-to-back, and you're getting them 3 games in 4 days. This is not a good spot for the Lakers. Raptors coming off of a nice win versus the Nuggets. They've covered in 3 straight games, even beating Phoenix and San Antonio in that stretch. So they're on a little bit of a West Coast trip. I feel like this is their last game of the West Coast trip. Toronto, I think they get the job done against the Lakers again tonight. Make it a very, very nice West Coast trip for them when they win by double digits. So
is this the last game of a West Coast trip for Toronto?
Let's see.
If so, be careful. Because we've seen, especially on successful road trips, the last game teams lay an egg.
That's fine. Let's see if my ESPN app works. Is there a way to figure this out on covers?
Yep, I got it. No, they're at the Clippers next as well, and then they head home.
There you go.
Like the Lakers.
That's fine. That works.
And then that's fine. Then I would probably look to fade them in their last game against the Clippers. That's probably where I would look to fade the Raptors here.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Laughing. Yep. Lakers made your night fantastic. There you go. LeBron points. Yeah, I can honestly see LeBron points because he's the only one that's scoring for him. Suns. Yep, that works. Yeah, you took. Yeah, I was leaning that way, but I ended up not betting it. I said that all the underdogs were going to be able to cover. Lakers were one of the 2 that didn't. Like I said the other day, fade in the Lakers equals easy bankroll builder. There you go. My girlfriend and my daughter both told me I was crazy, and my Lakers picked. Yeah. That they're a dumpster fire. They are. Proved it. Yep. Raptors first quarter, first half is the play then. I like it. No fake. What do you mean no fake? Yes, they're the fakers. Well, there you go. There's your NBA card. Oh, that's right. There is one NHL game. And you know what? Screw all the NBA games. This is your marquee matchup of the night when the Ottawa Senators host the Arizona Coyotes. Senators minus 145, total is 6. Beautiful game, Nick. What are we doing?
Yeah, we get one game on the NHL slate, and somehow the NHL managed for...
Stop it. Get some help.
This is by far the worst slate of the year. I will say that now. This is by far the worst slate of the year for the NHL. Needless to say, one game sucks. You give us the Yotes and the Senators and expect us to bet it? Like, why would we look at this game? Give me the Arizona Coyotes on the money line. This is a spot here where this is more of a fade of the Senators as a favorite rather than a play on the Coyotes. The Senators are not a team I particularly trust at minus 145, minus 150. And generally when I want to bet the Senators, they're going to be plus 150, plus 200. That's where that's the range they're profitable in. Usually when they're priced at this range, they're not successful at this price. They're kind of like the Leafs at minus 200. They just don't show up for those games. They don't play well in those games. They won last game, but they were up 3-0 against the Kraken, and somehow the Kraken forced overtime the last time. They were favorites of this size. So I'm going to take a shot here with the Arizona Coyotes as my only play of the day. So super busy day. I've got one play, and it's the Arizona Coyotes. Love it. Back to you.
Yeah, there's your entire NHL slate. Beautiful, Nick. I know you get a nice little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 game NHL slate tomorrow. So what you don't have today will make up tomorrow. Hey, only a 4-game NBA slate for me tomorrow, so I'm all right with that. There you go. Check the NHL for Thursday.
The NBA for Thursday.
Oh God.
One game.
Yep, and I think it's gonna top yours. The Detroit
like...
Pistons and the Orlando Magic. Wow.
At least you'll be able to focus on March Madness.
Oh yeah, that's the first day of March Madness. I'm taking the NBA off. That is not a good. I'm going to be on the Toronto Raptors. Not the Detroit Pistons, most likely. It could be that play. Anyways, yeah, Nick busy today. 1-800. Yep. Maybe over in the sense.
Yeah. I didn't really handicap this slate too much the way I do for most slates.
That's fair. You think? Yeah, I just checked it. Yeah, god damn. And it's not like there's a Nick, hold on. I'm pulling. It's not like there's a big slate. It's this, and that's it. That's all. God. All right. Whatever. Yeah, you think that one's funny? Give me the Pistons on Thursday. Yeah, why not? I like Ottawa all day in this one.
Okay.
Well, you guys are going up against each other then. There you go. But that is everything for today. Quick housekeeping because you got to pay the bills. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, Merch, TikTok, the EarleSportsBets.com website, the ESB Shorts. Check them all out. Subscribe to all of them. Follow all of them. There's a lot of content on all of them where we give out free plays and stuff. So follow us on all of them, especially TikTok. Can you guys try to help us pass Lenny again? He passed us a little while ago. We've been growing a little bit on TikTok, but not to the point that we're close to passing Lenny anymore. We're only at 167. I believe he's in the 400s. So if you guys are able to help us out and help us, let's see, what is he at? Oh, he's at 540. Well, we're not passing him anytime soon. But help us out, guys. Help us pass him. There you go. Thank you. Links to that's in the description. Yeah, and then make sure you guys are with the Max Wagers Network. Me and Nick are part of it. Not the ESB show just yet, but the entire scheduling. 12 o'clock, Sean Higgs, Midday Money. I help produce that game, and that one, so I pop in from time to time. You get Allie at 12, but today it's going to be Lenny with Matic Monday. So get your 3-team parlays together. Hopefully, you guys can try to hit something like that. And then noon is Higgs. 1 o'clock is Morning Wood. 2 o'clock just parlays, which is the winners and whiners people with Jim and Chris. And then you get Scott and Scott at 3, and then me, Nick, and Lenny, the main event at 5 o'clock for Game Time Decision. So guys, make sure you guys subscribe over to that Max Wagers Network so you guys get all of that good content. How about some recapping, Nick? I know with me, I have 4 NBA plays. I like the Denver Nuggets game to go over the 220.5. I like OKC plus 10, Milwaukee minus 115 on the money line, and the Raptors minus 4.5 versus the Fakers. Oh, and I also like Elon in college baseball, minus 125.
I'm on the Coyotes.
Right on. That should wrap it up. Nick, finish on out. I know you got a lot of. I'll let you talk for a little bit because I talked for most of this show. I'll let you go finish it off. By the way, go Sabres! Hell yeah, against the Leafs yesterday. Kicked ass. Let's get it.
Yeah, but that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with the video here, or we go live on ESB, which is anywhere in between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the All Sports Bet Show. But that's going to just about do it for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here, as always, by my brother, Tim. This has been another edition of the All Sports Bet Show. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching, and good luck today.
See you later.